Well, Mark Robinson, the Dons got through to the next round. Dramatic circumstances here at Northampton, but you see the game a bit differently.
Yeah, listen, I realise it's great to get through, and they've created a bit of history. But we're really disappointed with the performance. I thought we were absolutely miles off it. I think it's the worst we've been, to be honest, since I've had the job. Physically, technically, yeah, it wasn't good to watch at all. So I'm really pleased that I'm pleased for the fans that we've got through to the next round. We get a great draw, but in terms of where we want to go, excuse me, where we want to go with this, that's nowhere near where we need to be.
In terms of the goal itself, though, really good strike from Anthony Hartigan, a player that you've probably encouraged to do that type of thing more often.
Yeah, no, I spoke to him after Saturday's game, and I felt that there was a couple of times he could have let fly, and it was one of his things he was great at as a young player. So we've been talking to him about it. I said, I really don't care where it goes, please just shoot. I couldn't care less, and thankfully he's done it tonight, and he had a shot in the first half as well. So I know he's got goals in him, so that's pleasing. And I thought, to be fair, Ant was one of the pleasing things on the night. His performance was good amongst the night when the performances were nowhere near it.
And nice to see that rapport after the final whistle with the 300 or so Dons fans.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they needed to do that because they hadn't given much to cheer about up until then. So, they need to. And yeah, so I'm not trying to be negative, Chris. It's just nowhere near good enough tonight. As I said, I'm pleased they've come through, but we've got to have high standards. And I know people say things like, "Oh, it's a sign of a good side when you win." But for me, they had far too many good situations tonight, and we caused far too many of our own problems as well. So it's just about standards, and we've got to be better than that.
What do you think went wrong then in that perspective?
Just basics, really. Just basics. We played a shape that we played against Charlton and worked really well, and we got loads of things right. We didn't do that tonight. They were pressing us, so if they press you, then we've got to make sure we give enough depth so that we can move the ball quickly and take responsibility. Didn't do that, and technically so many poor errors going on, and just lack of detail. And then, so we're just constantly giving them momentum. And we had a couple of little passages of play, I know, in the first half and a few chances, but second half it just got worse, and physically as well, not picking up enough second balls, and when we did pick up second balls, not finding our first pass. There was so much that was not right tonight.
So what will come next then after this?
Well, as always, we just reflect. We're not a bad side, same as we're not a good side just because we've won. Tonight we are what we are, and the lads weren't celebrating. They know it wasn't good enough. So that's part of, if you want to build something, that's what you have to be like. You can't, if we just go in there excited about getting through to the next round, you're just taking your eye off the ball and you're not looking at the performance. And the performance was, as I said, was nowhere near it. But I'm glad that we're through, and that fingers crossed we get a great draw in the next round.
Bassal wasn't in the squad tonight. What was his situation?
Yeah, just the same thing. I've, as you know, been playing a lot, and it was, do we put him on the bench because he's had a lot of games? And essentially, people just got to remember, up until I brought him into the first team, he was nowhere near the first team. He'd never, apart from going on loan, he hadn't played men's football. So it's just what it is. If it's a long season, and he's 19 years of age, we've got to make sure that these lads can last the season. So I'm not rotating for rotation's sake. I just want us to be strong from now right until the end of the season. So that's all it is.
Okay, thanks for joining us, Mark.
Cheers, Chris.